Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. I want to thank all of my subscribers for the well wishes. I'm still not 100%, but I needed to put out this video today. You see, I've always spoken about the sheep mindset, the instant gratification culture. You've always seen me type that out in the comment section, and it's a real thing. People who want quick money. It is because of this type of mindset, with the sheep mindset, that people wanted a quick pump. It never came. But real investors who understood what the company is doing understands that in just a little more time, we will become multimillionaires and not have to work a day in our life again, because we're looking at what the company is doing. The business model, the battery swapping, the making of the chip, and, excuse me guys, selling energy back to the grid, etc., etc. A premium EV designed by a dream team made up of people from Germany, America, Silicon Valley, and China. But George Galloway, the British MP, who was expelled from his party at one point when he was in opposition to the Iraq war, he saw it as being wrong. He said something very fundamental recently, and I may not be quoting him exact, so bear with me. He said he was living in an area in England, and he looked out his window and he would always notice one sheepdog corralling all the sheep, to take them to their slaughter. But only one sheepdog were able to do all of that. It's the same as with the albino from Australia, who misled people for a very long time. And I'm saying misled because I truly believe he understood what he was doing. It is no different to the propaganda machine that keeps selling us certain things, and then our taxes keep going up and no one questions it. So this is a perfect example of the albino. Don't tell me he's that stupid. He cannot be that stupid. I refuse to believe that. I believe he knew exactly what he was doing by convincing other people to buy high and then told them to sell when the stock price tanked. This is disgusting, immoral behavior. And he'll get away with it because, he's just a YouTuber, right? For me, this is more than me being a YouTuber. Even when my views dropped, I understood why. Even when they kicked me out of X for calling out Elon Musk on his racist tweets. Even when they kicked me off of Facebook for being very vocal, I will not stop. But anyway, what does 100 million battery swap means? Well guys, it marks a milestone for NIO and a landmark for the Chinese automotive industry. Yes, you heard that right. After 2,819 days, NIO's core underlying capability, the battery swap network, has reached a milestone worthy of the Chinese automotive history books. 100 million commercial swaps. 100 million. So for people who are still thinking, well, it's going to depend on how many cars we sell to keep being profitable in the future, I always have to shake my head and said to them, what about the battery swapping? What about selling energy to the grid? What about the chip? What about the partnerships, etc., etc.? But no matter how many times I say that, they still regurgitate the same nonsense. But I'm okay with that. I've come to realize I can't wake up everyone. You see, William Lee and Shen Fei witnessed this moment via live stream, and simultaneously Shen announced a festive giveaway. Envo owners will enjoy waived service fees for the battery swap during the Chinese New Year. Yes, always putting the customer first, and in doing so will bring back a recurring customer base. It's a totally different business model to what we have in the West. To trace the roots, NIO's very first battery swap station began operations on May 20th, 2018 at Nanshan Science and Technology Park in Shenzhen. Back then, a station held only 4 to 5 batteries. Yes, with a daily capacity of 72 to 120 swaps. Each swap took 4 to 5 minutes and required manual assistance for vehicle positioning, a process that gave birth to the early iconic Neo Squat. Fast forward nearly 6 years, the network has evolved to its fourth generation. The swap time has been slashed to 2 minutes and 24 seconds, while capacity has grown to 23 batteries per station, supporting up to 480 swaps daily. By Q2 2026, this year, Gen 5 stations will begin construction, promising even faster speeds, about 89 seconds. You heard that right. Better compatibility and lower costs. Hoo hoo hoo! Looking at these figures, the jump from 1 to 100 million swaps is more than just a numerical accumulation. Remember that, guys. It represents the steady elevation of Neo's systematic capabilities. Neo isn't the only player in the swap space, but it remains peerless in terms of investment scale, technical reserves, operational expertise, and network density. The scale of investment alone exceeding 18 billion RMB, in charging and swapping places Neo in a league of its own. This infrastructure has become Neo's killing blow. Neo's city list of historical battery swap milestone to date. Neo has deployed over 3,700 swap stations, including more than 1,000 along highways. This network, covering 9 vertical, 11 horizontal, and 16 major city clusters, connects 550 cities across China. Furthermore, Neo's county-to-county initiative is hitting its stride, with 9 provinces already fully covered in 2025. The network reached the famous G318 Sichuan-Tibet Highway and other remote routes, drastically enhancing travel convenience. From another perspective, Li's chargeable, swappable, upgradable philosophy only gains true credibility once the system proves its stability and sustainability through such massive usage and coverage. Neo's charging and swapping network hitting this 100 million milestone in early 2026 signals a subtle yet profound shift for Neo. The key word here is confidence. Lately, Neo has been on a streak of positive news. The ES8 has delivered over 60,000 units, leading the 400,000 plus RMB luxury electric SUV segment. I remember when the shorts would come and say, "Show me the numbers." Well, here are the numbers, boy. Pull your pants up. I'm gonna bring rope for you soon. Total vehicle production has also hit the 1 million unit milestone. Most importantly, Neo issued a profitability forecast for Q4, anticipating an adjusted operating profit between 700 million RMB and 1.2 billion RMB. Lastly, and perhaps most fundamentally, is the 100 million swap milestone. And I believe, don't quote me on this, guys, that analysts have Neo as breaking even in their profitability or coming in at minus 0.01%. So we're going to blow it out the water. The shorts will be scrambling like rabid raccoons on the side of the street. These events may seem isolated, but they are deeply interconnected. The swap network is the foundation, and the products are the tangible manifestation of that value. This closed-loop success suggests that the era of negative returns from massive infrastructure spending is nearing its end. As Neo moves onto a trajectory of positive growth, the inherent advantages of battery swapping, convenience, safety, and sustainability will become increasingly prominent, just as Emperor Li himself has insisted for years. Just like with Jeff Bezos, when the stock price was crumbling, Jeff Bezos said, "My company is not the stock and the stock is not the company. My company is doing better year over year." William Lee, the great emperor, understood this. The difference now is that the audience believing in this commercial narrative is far larger than ever before. You see, Western media tried to spin it, just like with everything else, as much as they could to shake you off, even their own people in the West. Because, like I've said it many times before, their goal is to keep the majority in the working class like a slave until you die. In most cases now in America, people are working even until their 70s. It is very sad. And if certain events take place soon, which is, I'm hoping it does not take place in the Gulf, but if it does, here goes our property taxes and cost of living and inflation yet again. But the people in the media who are being paid by these industries, they don't understand what the average American is feeling, because these guys are making, 2, 3, 4 million or more per year in salary. But anyway, profitability in Q4, the 1 million production milestone, and now 100 million swaps. Each marks a new starting point for NEO, for the company and its supporters. The moment of seeing the moon through the clouds, the light at the end of the tunnel has finally arrived. But you see, for real investors like myself, I saw that light at the end of the tunnel a long time ago. I knew, I understood, and I believed. This is why when they had drug it down to the $3 something range last year, I was selling shares in every other thing that I had, or almost every other thing that I had, just to buy more. I was trying to sell the left leg if I could, because I knew what I hold. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, because it takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.